Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, and a lot of people have asked me about the new app version, and apparently the latest DJI Pilot app version for the Phantom 3 introduces a some sort of home point feature where it can go to the controller. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to initiate a return home by pushing return home button. Actually, you don't just push it, you kind of hold it down for a little bit. I'm sorry. Okay, so it's returning to home, and I've got my controller right here. It's directly over me right now. It is descending. My hands are off. So there you have it. I hope that was in the frame where it landed over there to the left. Yeah, and it was. What was cool, it just set right down. You know, kind of on a grassy terrain. Had it toppled over, I wouldn't have had to worry about that because I got my quick disconnect prop guards on it. And as you know, I'm a quick disconnect prop guard fanatic. So, you know, I don't fly without them because I like to preserve my props. But you can see where it landed over there, landed by itself. I think that with this new app version, this find the controller for return home, I mean, it worked just like I expected it to. I mean, I held down return home. The app acknowledged that, hey, you know, you're in a return home scenario. And sure enough, it landed itself without any issues. So does return home work? It did for me. Would I say to trust return home all the time? I probably wouldn't, because, you know, especially if you're near water or other hazards and you're not comfortable with return home, whether it's manually landing or whether you want to regain manual control when it gets closer, you can put yourself in an unnecessary situation of stress. So for that reason, I don't recommend it. But with that being said, from my test here, I can tell you that it worked exactly as I expected it to. It saw me, it came down, it landed within, what was that, about 10 feet or so? So, I mean, in this scenario, you know, had I been in a situation where, I mean, obviously I always fly visually and responsibly and you know, safe and recreationally, but had I been in a situation where, for whatever reason, it needed to land itself, in that scenario, it would have worked. It would have worked out. It would have been a, you know, a good, you know, favorable outcome there. So I was happy with that. It was very. It's like anything else, you know, as technologies become more refined, just the quality of the of both the software and the hardware itself, it just becomes more refined as well. And now, if you had dealt with return home for the original version of the Phantom, I mean, you really had to understand a lot of buttons and a lot of calibration techniques, and you really had to thoroughly understand how to know if your Phantom was properly set. And at least with the Phantom 3, I mean, obviously you need to know how return home works, where your home point is, etc., and the type of fail-safe mode that you have configured within the DJI Pilot app. But with all of that, I can say it's a very, for me, especially this being the third version of Phantom I've owned. I've owned the Phantom 1, the Phantom 2, the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. Actually, this is the fourth, Phantom 3 Professional. And this without a doubt, from a user interface perspective and just from a flight stability perspective, because you got the GLONASS, the GPS, and the ground sensors, it's been a real treat to fly. So I hope this video is of value. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. YouTube.com/IrixGuy. And also check the link within this video's description, 400orbelow.com. That's my, you can go there, or you can go to droneevangelist.com, and that'll take you to the same place. And what that is, I'm just compiling all of this information, all of this this fun tutorial content, just like this, that I'm playing with in the field. I'm putting it all together in one centralized location so that you can more easily find it. Not only you, but if you're passing someone, maybe you're in an elevator, maybe you're out at a bar, and somebody says, man, I want to get involved with drones, where do I go? You can just say go to droneevangelist.com or go to 400orbelow.com, and you'll find everything. I'm meshing it all in there. So it's just one-stop shop, in my opinion, for all of your hobby needs, for your Phantom 3 or whatever drone. I've got Phantom 2, Phantom 2 Vision Plus, Phantom 1, Parrot Bebop, and some other drones featured there too. So I appreciate your viewership, and be sure to subscribe. youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.